This is Kelly Huston with my Bootcamp competition video. Now, when thinking about the Bootcamp competition, the things that come to mind are that the person that's going to win this is going to have some unusual circumstances, but more importantly, they will have made decisions that have vastly improved their circumstances and have really focused on their inner circle and the two economy system. Now, the first thing in my situation is kind of how I got to Newton, Iowa, and being an associate of Dr. Rabideau. Now, at this time last year, I was actually living in Colorado, and on a Thursday afternoon, I had found out that the job I had moved out there for was no longer available to me. And after finding that out, I was due to take a train back to Iowa that evening. So over the next day, I began applying to various jobs in Colorado and in Iowa. And over the weekend, had talked to Dr. Rabideau and set up a time to speak with him and see the office the following Tuesday, I believe it was. Now, at that point, that was about less than a week from the Associate Boot Camp's first session. And so from that time we decided that it was something that we wanted to work on together, and I went back out to Colorado, ran a half marathon, and the same day that I ran the half marathon, I took a plane to Atlanta, Georgia for Associate Boot Camp. After that, I flew back to Colorado, packed up my belongings, moved everything back to Iowa to move in with my girlfriend. The next day, I bought a car so that I could drive to and from Newton, and the very next week, I started working here at the dental practice in Newton, Iowa. All being told, this took about 2 weeks to find out that I no longer had a job, find a job, get a job, run a half marathon, go to associate boot camp, and start working again. Very big whirlwind of adventure there, and a lot of it was circumstantial, but much of it depended on the decisions that were made during those 2 weeks. And that's really the interesting thing about being involved with the Scheduling Institute and the practice here, the dental practice here in Newton, is that although there are circumstances, the larger thing is what is the culture that we are instilling here, and what are the decisions that we make on a day-to-day basis. And that's been a big part of what I've been trying to do here, is really be a part of that culture and actually make the culture better. Because I'm the first associate here at the dental practice, and I don't think any of us were prepared for the change in communication that would be required as the office has grown the way that it has. And so it's been one of my goals to really improve communication and to focus on accountability and making sure that everybody's on the same track. Now, if you look at the statistics over this past year, you'll notice that we are not accomplishing the goals that we had originally set out for myself and for the practice as a whole. But that being said, I think we are doing a great job of focusing on the problem at hand and trying to focus on the things that we can control and build the type of practice where we can be successful, all of us together. And that's more important to me, is that we're on the right track and that we're making the incremental steps to improve this. So if the Bootcamp awards go to somebody who makes the most change in their production, I'm not going to win it. But if it comes to somebody that is in the process and in the game of trying to build the practice and doing the little things necessary to eventually see that growth, that's where I think we're really doing a great job here. And either way, I look forward to seeing everybody at the 5X Summit. Thank you.